All right, much appreciated, Coach, as we welcome all of you to our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. The scene from a few moments ago, this crowd enthusiastically cheering on their Texans as they emerge from the locker room. And we're just about ready for football as the Texans get set to match up with the Indianapolis Colts. This will be taken very short. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Let's go. At their own 30-yard line.
Got it. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. This is the third-round pick out of FAU, Devin Singletary. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Tannehill flushed out right. And the catch made here by Marquise Lee. And able to get this one across the 45 before... brought down.
Ready? 70, Indy.
Number 53, Mike 53.
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together. Yo, Cheetah. Mike. 53.
They'll run on first down with Singletary, and they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
80 weapons.
Tighten up.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Kelly. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Now Kelly. And that will be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Texans will take over at the 20. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at the 20. A shotgun snap for Watson. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 25 yards that time. The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. Watson now to throw. Being chased out left. He's got Jack Doyle. A huge play there for Houston. 51 yards. Now, we know this offense has the potential to strike quickly, and they just bit off 2 huge plays on back-to-back snaps.
So on the other side of the ball, you've got to go band of brothers thought process. No one left behind. No pointing fingers, no accusations. Because if you don't, those quick strikes we just saw, they become long-lasting.
And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all.
No gain on the play. Leads to 2nd and goal. At the Colts 4-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal.
Mike 55, Mike 55.
To throw is Watson. Got a man open. It's Fuller for the Texans touchdown. Will Fuller, his 4th touchdown on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's 2 different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
To throw on 3rd down. Kelly eluding the pressure right. He's got the hook up to Lee. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Good yardage there for the Colts. 18 and a first down. Now a first down throw. Kelly completes it to Lee. A gain of 6 there on first. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. To throw, Kelly. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10.
On the ready.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Second and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Let's put them on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus.
Tight dog. General West. Shoot.
On second down, here's a run with Singletary. And an alley to run. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Devin Singletary with touchdown number 7 on the year. As his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Vinatieri connecting on the extra point. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
He got 29 yards that time. Watson now already over 100 yards passing in just this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
To throw again on second down. Watson. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 35.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot, and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
These two teams all tied after one. Ready for the second quarter from Houston. It's the Texans in possession of the football as they go to work on a first and goal.
Let's pick it up. It's our time, guys. Our time. Let's get it on. Get the boys down. He's coming.
Again, it's Watson. And he will score. It's a touchdown. Deshaun Watson with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Texans have taken the lead. You know, the man on our cover, John Madden, so synonymous with these Thanksgiving Day games. He was on TV for these from, I think, 81 to 01, giving out the Turkey Leg Award and turducken he always talked about. Special when you got a guy going off like this. I think he would be a good recipient of the Turkey Leg Award.
Well, he's definitely already worked on that leg. Is it possible he could end up getting the whole turkey?
Yeah, give him a thigh,
or the
too.
whole turducken. And it's really great that you mentioned Coach Madden because everyone knows him from this. Everyone knows from the broadcast booth. Remember, he won a Super Bowl as a head coach in Oakland.
Yep, he did indeed. But right now, we are watching maybe one of those turkey leg performances with his second touchdown there.
Let's go.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up first and 10. They will run with Singletary. Tackle made that time by Dalvin Tomlinson.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
He finds an opening past the 40. And finally, down at the 41-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a first down. On first down, Singletary. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
From the 45 on second down, Kelly, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
The Colts on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Here's Kelly. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Give the sack to Barkevius Mingo, the former number 6 pick.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Now it's Watson. Finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another first and 10. Here's Watson. He's got Fuller. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. That's good for 28 yards.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
Watson now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. Taken in by the tight end Doyle. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Jack Doyle, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Texans push further out in front. And nowadays in NFL football, you have to account for all the receivers, sure, but the tight end's such a weapon, and they prove it right there.
Oh, without a doubt. And we're seeing now the golden age of tight ends catching the football. I go back to Kellen Winslow. To me, he was the prototype of what we're seeing today. We're seeing it each and every week now.
This is taken about 7 yards deep.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. Hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. That's about as good as a linebacker can diagnose that play, isn't it?
It certainly is, and what he did really well is that while he was diagnosing, he got his feet in motion without actually going anywhere and taking a false step that he had to make up later. He read it, got his feet in motion, and then he just took off and made the play.
And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. The Colts on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Kelly to throw. Lee's got it over the middle. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also moved the sticks. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 41. He's going to go deep for Funchess. That's going to be caught. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Marquise Lee, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are back within a single score. Vinatieri now to tack on the PAT. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now.
Makes the score Texans 21, Colts 14. Adam Vinatieri set to kick off.
And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend.
Here
Throwing again on second down. Watson steps away to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first. Watson now, only one pass has hit the ground for him. 10 of 11 thus far. It's 1st and 10. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. He was looking for Jack Doyle that time, but it'll be 2nd down. Well, he's been the guy, already over 100 yards here in the first half. Could have had a lot more if he would have been able to haul that one in.
Yeah, in fact, our statistician Marvin was already handing me a piece of paper with that yardage totaled on it. He thought that catch was going to happen just as you and I did as well.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. 11 yards there, 1st down. On 1st down, Watson. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
55 mark, guys. 59.
To throw again on 2nd down, Watson. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts' 25-yard line. Watson now 13 of 15 passing. That's good for 87%. It's 1st and 10. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Watson looks to throw again. Escaping the pressure right. And it's a touchdown. Deshaun Watson as the first half is winding down. And the Texans push further out in front. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the 2nd quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the 2nd half.
All right, Coach, thank you very much. It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. They do it big here in Houston, and a second ago it was a Texas-sized welcome for their hometown guys. They're fired up and ready to go as they get set to match up with the Indianapolis Colts. Time to set the old turducken aside and get ready for football as here we go on a Thanksgiving night. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Ready.
It's Jordan Wilkins here, second-year man from Ole Miss. Give him 3 there on the first play. The game, and it's second down.
He's tackled at the 29-yard
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
53, 53, check 53.
Ready.
To throw is Kelly. His throw incomplete. Eric Ebron, the big tight end, his intended target. And it's 3rd down. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
Hey, shoot.
Kelly on 3rd down. Open man is Gordon, complete. A gain of 22.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways, and right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week, and we just saw their first one of this game.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. On the ground with the rookie Devin Singletary, and he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
A 5-yard pickup on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Come on, set. Send Lobo.
Ricky.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to let this go deep for Lee. He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Marquise Lee, his 6th touchdown of the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. That's going to set him back 5 yards. Now Adam Vinatieri for the point after. And this is good to make it 7-0 Indy.
Makes the score Colts 7, Texans nothing.
And there's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Back to throw, Watson. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And this is caught inside the 5. Watson hitting Fuller with a big one. 59 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
The delay of game, a costly one, as they're backed up 5 for 1st and goal. So they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Let's pin the mirrors back and go.
Here's Watson on the sneak, and he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Deshaun Watson taking it in as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
On the set.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. It's caught by Funchess. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Check.
To throw is Kelly from the gun on 3rd down. Looking deep here for Ebron. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, and have them back on their heels.
To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. And this will be taken at the 13. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
23 yards on the play. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. From the gun, here's Watson. And he hits his target. It's Kenny Stills. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. On first down, it's Watson. It's complete to Fuller. And down inside the 15 he goes. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do.
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Kenny Stills hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Texans have taken the lead. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
Let's go. At their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. On the ground, it's Singletary. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5 on 3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also move the sticks.
Go now. 18 Gator.
Defense wins championships, baby.
They'll run on first down. Singletary, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
60 Pittsburgh. Pilot, 64, weak.
Play action, it's Kelly. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Fans do love the long ball, don't they? And he already found his guy once. Tried to give him another chance there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Couldn't connect, but as you alluded to, he does have that touchdown from earlier, trying to keep him in the rhythm. Kelly. Funches has it complete. And they'll get this across the midfield stripe, but still winding up short of the first down. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3.
Hey, echo.
Kelly now throwing on 4th down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Markevius Mingo, and it'll be a turnover on downs.
19. Get ready, get ready, get ready.
Now a first down throw. Watson. He'll let this go for the end zone. Got a man open. It's Fuller for the Texans touchdown. Will Fuller, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Texans push further out in front. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And it's now 21-7. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover.
Ready, ready.
Here we go. Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. All day.
Get it.
Looking to throw again on second down. Kelly firing quickly here, and that's complete. That one a first down pickup of 8. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Out of the gun, it's Kelly. Ebron with it over the middle. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Flush to his right. Able to get this to Gordon. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Ready?
53. Check 53. It's our time. It's our time.
5.
On 1st and 10, Kelly. He's going to fire one deep, middle of, and that's going to be intercepted. Taken by the Pro Bowler, Eric Weddle. And he will bring this all the way up to the 30-yard line. The tight end set to valve the intended receiver. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. That sack by the DN, Danico Autry.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans.
Let's get that ball right here.
Alert, alert.
58's the mic. Go 58's the mic. Go, Echo.
Line him up.
3rd and long, it's Watson. He finds his target, Fuller. That one goes for 29 yards on 3rd down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball in the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Out of the gun, Watson looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Now a first carry for Donnell Pumphrey. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Watson. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
From the gun on 3rd, Watson. He's letting this one go for Fuller. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive's going to go a long way towards telling us what.
And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowl corner Darius Slay. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
After the interception, here's Watson. He's got Fuller. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. We'll check on his status when we get back. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They run with Pumphrey. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
2nd and 9. Watson. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Watson now 12 of 15 throwing the ball, 80% so far, and it's 1st and 10.
58 to Mike.
Here's Watson. He'll take a shot for the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
On 2nd and 10, Watson. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off with great anticipation. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'm going to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20. So we've reached halftime here on a Thanksgiving night. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the 3rd quarter. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spend the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 49-yard line.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Let's get off the field, D. Watson.
He's going to wind up and air it out. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
And that's why defenders are often frustrated offensive guys. Actually made the catch, looked good doing it, but couldn't get his feet down in order to finish off the takeaway.
Hey, 55. Hey, 58 is the mic. 58 is the mic. Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
Watson to throw on 3rd and 1. He's going to let this one go deep. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Well, they only needed a small gain on 3rd down. They end up getting over 30 yards.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
And the offensive penalty has us back where we started as they come up on a 1st and 10.
Just like that.
Hey, check right. Watching the ball.
Check 55.
Again, it's Watson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Kenny Stills with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Texans push further out in front. Now Watson, he's going to lead the Texans up to go for 2. To the air yet again, Watson. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Ready?
Throwing on second down, Kelly. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Dylan Cole. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
55. 55.
Who there?
Mike, 55.
On 1st down, Watson. And this is Shepard on the catch. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Watson now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. A well-executed 22-yard gain. 3 red zone trips, 3 touchdowns so far. They'll look for a 4th on 2nd and goal. A shotgun snap for Watson. Buying time to his left. He'll try and run it. Touchdown, Texans. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now.
Is good. Makes the score Texans 36, Colts 7. Kaimi Fairbairn set to kick off.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
At their own 32-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. To throw on 2nd and 10. Kelly, he'll rifle this one deep right side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The 2017 All-Pro Darius Slay there in coverage, knocking it away. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Let's go, D. Let's go. Check 3. Get it.
From the gun, Kelly. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Sometimes we wonder about play calls, but this one made perfect sense to me. He's got the only touchdown that they've scored in this game. Tried to get it to him again on another deep ball.
They'll try and throw for it here. Ebron's got it. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
First down, Colts.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. Now Kelly. He's going to go deep for Funchess. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. And all this Texans defense, they're all charged up now. They stop him behind the line for the 2nd straight play.
60 Pittsburgh. You draw quarters.
A play fake. Now Kelly. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. And he's got some space here. 20. A touchdown.
I know a lot of people look at these games and think, all right, this thing's done. Let's have some sportsmanship. Let's not try and score. You should never do that in the NFL. I've seen big leads blown, and teams that look like they had a victory, all of a sudden we're going home with a loss.
Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. And this fake extra point attempt failed big time. Not only did they not get it, they went. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. On first down, Singletary, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Ready?
And we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
General West. Ready?
Singletary here running out of the gun.
Watch quick. Watch quick.
And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
53.
Now Kelly, off play action. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
We're into the 2nd half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. They're going to try and throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. On 4th down, that turned out like a punt. Maybe he was better defensively there just to knock it down.
And you know they go over those situations. All right, 4th down, where's the ball? Where would we get the ball? But instinct takes over, and when it's in the air, they just go and get it. So it's hard to get on him for intercepting it, but the smart play would have been what you suggested. Knock it down and take over in a deeper position.
We are headed to the 4th here on Thanksgiving night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Watson on first down. Taken in by the tight end Doyle. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A good pickup there, a 22. On first down, it's Watson. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.